So here we are, another camp chair crew. It's on a Monday night. I'm coming to you from Alaska, and this is Sherry Denny, your corporate director. We have a little bit of recognition to do tonight, and I want to show that to you right away. Let me get over here to the right thing. And just the other day, we had a new leader come on board, loading this up for us. And come on, computer, do your thing here. My cursor isn't wanting to do what I want it to do, but anyway, I need to get this out of the way so you guys can see this. We have a new leader that came on board, Michael Stinnett, and he is from Chicago, Illinois, and he's sponsored by Rebecca Sanderson. And this was such a cool way that this all came together. And he called before, and when we were talking about it, probably for 3 or 4 weeks. And then we got on the phone, an early morning call, and because she's over in Florida. And it's interesting that we know the same people. I mean, you hang around, me and Michael know the same people. You hang around in the same circles. And he brought up Danny Johnson. And I go, wait a minute, you know Danny Johnson? Apparently he's gone to every single one of her, quite a few of her events. And I said, well, we're from the same town, Redding, California. She went to Enterprise High School. I went to Shasta High School. She's just a few years younger than me. And it was like, wow, you never know. And now it's interesting. Michael is now talking with another great big networker that he's trying to bring on to our team here. So way to go, Becca. And thank you so much for coming in, Michael. So you guys, it's been a crazy week. And as you probably all know, several of you have been on calls with me. Anthony Edwards, I have got to give you a big shout out. It was very interesting. And Clee, by the way, when we got on last Monday, and we talked about that Monday night on Memorial Day, and we put out these posts of some type of memory that you do and put it on, like I put it on, you're from Redding if. And the only reason I did that was because that's where I went to school. And that's where things happened a lot of things happened in the 70s. And I did get a lot of attention from that, went back and completely every single one of those I commented on, and I would save a comment for in the morning. So when I woke up and that thread wasn't at the top, just making that one comment is going to throw it to the top. Well, I never had that problem. And I think it was till last Saturday, and it was probably the last comment on there. It's probably still the last comment because I haven't had any more notifications. But you guys, I had over 400 and some reactions to it. I think 111 or 117 comments. And that, of course, is me commenting back as well. But I only commented back once. And I'm talking with 40 of those. Well, a couple days ago it was 40. Now it's down to about half of that. And we're interacting back and forth. And I have literally gone to phase 2. and on phase 2, what I'm doing is I went back to their post, and I want to make sure that I've made a decent connection with them. And then I go ahead and go over to Messenger. And this is the comment that I would leave. Hey, I don't want to interrupt you with what you're currently doing. However, would it be okay if I sent you a 90-second video on what I am really excited about? And that's when I got the yes or no's from those last 20 people. And I'm still going back and forth with them. Actually, I'm trying to make appointments now with a couple of them. But that's out of just one post that got a lot of, reaction to it, but it's the comments that made the difference. What was really cool was I connected with 2 people from high school. One of them lives in Anchorage, for crying out loud. I'm just like blown away. So that connection, he connected with me yesterday. Gosh, I wish I could, you know what? I need to remember this guy's name because I know some of you on here know him. Shoot, hold on just a second here. I know you're going to know this name, you guys, and I hate taking up time like this. Scott Klinkenbeard. Raise your hand if you remember him, you guys. I know Daniel's got to remember him. Do you remember Scott Klinkenbeard?
No clue.
Oh, okay. Well, apparently he moved up here a few years ago, and he's one of the last people that commented on my post. And he said, when I finally went over to direct message, he goes, wait a minute, you're in Alaska, where are you? And well, I'm out here in Palmer. So making that connection, I said, hey, would it be okay, along with what you're currently doing, if I show you what I'm so excited about? And he said, yeah, sure. So I sent him the video through Rapid Funnel, and no, he hasn't clicked on it or done anything yet. But you guys, Curry went through this on last night, actually, and he talked about 30 people a day, connecting with 30 people a day, every day. And you guys, I know you can't do 30 all at one time with Facebook. They'll Facebook jail you. But what you can do is go in there and connect with 5 or 6 people, 10 at the most. I do 9. I don't want to hit that limit and then get, I don't know, I'm just scared of it, I guess. I've only been in Facebook jail once, and it only happened for like a few hours. So I guess what I did wasn't so horrendous. And that was a couple of years ago. So anyway, when you go in there, do 10 at a time, and then go into Facebook and start liking other people's stuff and connecting with, you know, just making comments, and then come back like 20 minutes, 30 minutes later, and you can do your other 10. But if you can get out at least 30 somewhere, somehow, you might do, what is that? 7 times 30 is 210. Is that about right? Is that right? 210 in a week. You will have 2 people out of there. I got 2 out of just having, I think it was 77. So that's what I have to say about that. Anthony had a great thing happen this Friday, and that was being able to be right there in front of Sergi. And Anthony,
Yeah.
do you want to say anything about that? I know you mentioned something this morning on our call. I don't know if everybody here was on it.
Yeah, that was truly amazing. You watch a guy who's a billionaire who could own his own island, let alone his own planet. And he was just so passionate about everybody in that room. And he was talking about people that weren't even involved in the business yet, more so than the ones that were in the business. So this guy, for the first time, I've met millionaires before, but this guy right here, this guy's got a heart of gold.
Yeah, he does. And thank you so much for bringing that up, because everybody that has run into him, everybody has said the same thing. They've said that as young as he is, how passionate he is about giving. And you guys are all going to find out. Your day is coming that you're all going to find out. And it's like we've said in the past before, it's okay going across stage. For me, that's just okay. To see you guys do it, I got to tell you, when I saw you guys that got your diamond pin walk across the stage, you didn't see it, but I had, my heart was full, and I could have dropped a few tears there because I was so excited for you guys. And I know you hear us say that all the time, and you're probably thinking, well, it's just something you say. No, we really, really feel this. And I know that you're going to have people on your team. You keep doing what you're doing. Maybe with some of you, you got to do more of what you're doing, and that will happen a lot quicker. So does anybody have anything? Clee, I know that you have been charging away on your leads that you got from doing that post. Let's see, Anthony's was the flood. Yours was the earthquake. How's that going? I don't mean to put you on the spot. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's still going. And I talked to a couple people like the second time, but it hasn't really gone any farther than that yet. I also posted one on the Tucson page about monsoons, and I got a whole bunch of people talking about that on there too. But Man, just reading all the stories is from both of them has been really incredible.
You know, you mentioned that to me the other day, that there's so many stories to read, so many comments to read. And I mean, aren't you glad you're not working right now? I mean, you're working, but this guy's a professor at the college in Ohio, and he's got the summer off. So aren't you glad you're not working right now, Clee?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how are you is it easy to get back to them? What is your take on that?
When they post something, then I reply with just something short, and then if they reply again, then I go on to their Facebook, or I look for who they are on Facebook, and then I commented or I messaged them, a couple times, and if they get back to me, then I kind of keep it going, but I haven't broken through where I introduced what I'm doing yet. But
I'm curious what not that it matters, but you're messaging back and forth. But I'm wondering if using that one script, Curry said, I showed him what it was, and he goes, why do you even put on there, I hope I'm not interrupting you? He goes, look, it doesn't matter what you're doing, you're interrupting them. That's a point. I mean, really, he has a point. And I even read that in a book one time. And it doesn't matter if you say that, you are absolutely interrupting them. So he says, cut to the chase. Hey, would it be okay if I showed you what I'm real excited about?
Yeah.
And you could put the word opportunity in there, because what that does is it weeds out real quick. And I'm finding there's so many people on there. Their uncle, brother, mother, sister, everybody's hitting everybody up for an opportunity, but you're gonna hit that one person. That one person is gonna see it. So
you know what gets me is I love the way, because Sherry will tell everybody on here, and some of you might know this from meeting me in person if you did that. I have ADHD, so for me, rapid funnel is the greatest thing since the day I was born, because I got to tell you that I just send that to them. I don't have to speak. I don't have to say a word.
that's
And
good.
right. And it's like when I do a three-way call, I already know Sherry's going to do the talking. And I am so I'm beyond thankful for that. But this rapid funnel is unbelievable. It shows them everything they need to know.
It does. And not only that, when we put it together, we made sure you guys didn't have to search around for things. And by the way, there's a couple new resources in there. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but they're in there. I'm not going to tell you where they are, but they're in opportunity. And search around in there, and it tells you step 1, 2, 3. It's that simple. By the way, you guys, I don't know how many calls I did this week where some people did not have their link. Did you know it's right there in Rapid Funnel under opportunity and follow up? It's the last one on there. It's your link.
Yeah.
So if you don't know where it is, I will ask you, where did you search last? Where have you looked so far? And that's where it is. So it's just, I know the website by heart now, but I don't know your ID number. That's what needs to make it happen. So I'm gonna open this up to you guys, because I know everybody else is in Scottsdale right now. And I am kind of jealous, actually. Poor Randy too. If we leave Alaska right now, there ain't no plane to get us back up here. So, we're stuck here till July.
Wait. I know a guy that's got a beard down to his knees that'll give you a flight back. It may not be the greatest flight, but
That's quite all right. So
yeah.
Randy and I have requested that in the future, when there's an event coming up in June, that we need to have much quicker, much sooner advance notice. So Tuesday, what's going on in your life?
Not a whole lot. Nothing. Just trying to move forward here. Just keep moving on. So
Well, this is what I see about Tuesday, you guys. You know, she's not even on our team, but Tuesday, I have to tell you, is welcome everywhere. She's so sweet, she's so kind, and she's trying so consistently, you're persistently consistent about making this happen. And I get this isn't you, Tuesday, but I know some people have just joined for the social aspect of it. You're not. You're out there actually working as hard as you can. And it's funny, Curry called you out last night. I'm not going to put you on the spot, but no grandkids. I'm like, wait a minute, what? So, you know, and here's another thing that I don't want to try doing it. We're going to do it. Curry said something to me last night. I got on a call with him after the call, and I waited a few minutes to do that, just kind of, you know, get my bearings. And he kind of asked me, he goes, so why is your team meeting private? Anybody want to say why it's private? It's like, you know, it's what we do within our team. And he says, but aren't you teaching people, you know, inspiring them and showing them how to do things? And I said, yeah. And he says, well, why don't you open it up to everybody else? And I said, well, I kind of have Tuesdays there. And he goes, I knew it. Tuesday gets to come and nobody else does. So he kind of called me out on it. So you guys, and I think honestly, after his call that he did last night, which I'm sure all of you got, that we don't want to distract anybody from anything else that they're doing when it regards to APLGO, right? We want to keep their attention on it as much as we possibly can. Now, let's, you know, some people have jobs. John drives a truck all day. I don't know, how do you do this, John? You drive the truck, he puts his phone up and he's watching the videos, and John Mahan is consistent about what he's doing here with APLGO. We just don't want any distractions. So maybe you guys decide, maybe it's time that we open it up to other people coming in on Monday night if they want to, because I'll tell you, we got the only one going on Monday night.
yeah, you do.
Yeah.
But you know, I think a lot of them, whenever they look for a meeting, they look for a presentation. So I like the fact that we can come here and learn from each other, different things. I don't know, that's what makes yours different. And what I personally like is that you can be honest and upfront with how you're feeling and, you know, what's going on personally, you know, even though all the guys are here.
Oh my gosh, awesome. You got a point there. We're the only two women here.
I know. I tell you what, I was just on another meeting. It's so funny because of the thing Curry was talking about being distracted by the shiny object, with two young ladies that I met at another networking event. And they were trying to talk to me about how great their company was and everything, you know, how they go through this 8-week vetting program. And, you know, yeah, you have to go through 8 weeks before they even invite you to join. So I'm like, you know, I'm happy where I'm at. Thank you very much. You know, I'm very happy with where I'm at. And I was just like, wow. But yeah, so, you know, that's what I like about here. And, you know, the recognition you do for individuals and things like that. And I think a lot of people, I know with Ruth's, she does a presentation. So, right. And that's what's really cool. I like that. I like being able to have the option of having another presentation to go to.
Oh my gosh.
Ellie's.
You know what? It is because of Ruth's presentation and Tina and Kelly's and the corporate ones that I even decided to do it like this.
Oh, wow.
Because we have to wait. And I love Ruth. I mean, she's going to be up here. She's coming up this summer and for just a week, but I'm telling you, they've got a lot to do. They got a lot of fishing and stuff that they want to get done. And I don't even know if I will see her, but I don't know how long that's going to be. But she has her own separate thing for her team and doesn't even have any of her team on the Team Go Extreme
Yeah.
because she is worried, because it's happened to her before. She's a huge leader. She has worried about people contacting her people for other things. And so that's another reason why, oh, Daniel, love your background there. That's another reason why Curry did that call last night, is to reiterate and maybe tell people that didn't know what cross-line recruiting was, or shiny objects meant, or what was the other one, or distractions. So what about Monday night? I would love to keep this as a training and inspiration, because I got to tell you, some people, all you guys are, but some people aren't on the call in the morning because they're going to work or they're already at work. And this one is, it's 6 o'clock my time, but it's 7 o'clock Pacific, and what, that's 7, 8, 9, 10 Eastern. So is 10 kind of late? I don't know.
We used to have it at 11, so 10 is
Exactly,
early.
exactly. But I do know that 6 o'clock is still, you know, people are just getting home up here. If they're working, well, heck, most everybody's working from home now. But I want to keep this a training and open forum so you guys can talk. And here I am doing all the talking.
Sometimes that's good though, you know, sometimes it's good to hear your opinion, your not necessarily opinion, but your experience. You
Well,
know,
and I have a lot of, so, and thank you. So anybody want to add to that? John? I know you had a lot going on this week, and you're the birthday party man. It's not his birthday, but this guy spends more time at birthday parties than anybody I know.
Today, as I was delivering loads to customers, I was able to connect with one of my customers. And in fact, I just went out and ran some samples to him after work. And he's actually up here from Tracy, working on his grandpa's old house.
Wow.
And hoping his dream is to move up here eventually, but he has a wife and 3 kids. So I took him some samples, Power for Women and STP, and he does landscaping and SLD. And what else did I take? Oh, Power for Men. And he'd already tried the Power for Men. He loved it. So he was asking me about the business, and so I'm going to fire him some videos after we get off here. And
Oh, that is awesome. You know what, John, you are consistent about what you're doing. And I know a few of you are in the Gladiator team with us, and you know, everybody was posting their accountability sheet on there. And I know Kelly's got some things that he's making a plan for this month, and we're going to put some new people on there. He even told me this morning, I had a long conversation with him, and he said, you guys are gonna laugh at this, that's on Gladiator. You know, I think I was really soft on everybody. And I said, you know, I'm glad you said that, because I was ready to call you another name. I said, Tuesday, you know, Frank was on there before. Randy was, well, Randy, and they're not seeing what we're seeing now, but Tuesday, you've been on there before. He was mean, not mean, but he was tough.
tough, exactly. Tough is the word, yes.
And I'm waiting for that, and I'm telling John and Daniel, it's going to happen. I know it's going to happen. It didn't happen. So apparently things are changing. So we'll see how that goes. But I can only imagine the reason that he didn't, and I don't want to say he didn't put that much effort into it. He put as much as he could into it, because this time, this business has made so many people so busy, he doesn't even remember that it's Sunday night sometimes. He didn't even remember it was Monday morning this morning, you guys.
Oh my God.
So I text him and he goes, call? What call? And he says, wait a minute, I'm not awake yet. I didn't set my alarm. He goes, can you do the call? I'm like, you know what, 4 minutes after and you don't hear from Kelly, that's how crazy it is in their life. Wouldn't all of us be that happy to have it that crazy in our lives?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yes, me
Yes.
too.
So,
Yeah.
hey, Daniel, I don't want to leave you out here, or Randy or Frank. Do you guys have any input here? I know Randy is talking with a gal up in Talkeetna that owns, what is that called again? It's a like 4 cabins up there. If you have a minute, Randy.
Yeah, it's a cash cabin. And it's a cabin rental. And well, it sounds like she will be coming in at least VIP, probably, maybe, probably Diamond.
Yeah, it sounded to me that she's coming in at Diamond because she wants to have these things. She gets every single one of the products. She totally gets it. And she wants to have them available.
And she likes it because I sent her a nice care package.
Oh, yeah, that always helps. You guys, I got to tell you, are you still sending out your care packages, you guys, your products?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I want to ask something, and I don't know, maybe not just Sherry has an answer. What do you do when somebody who you only know through, let's say, Instagram, and they live in Canada? Okay, now I talked to this lady, Ruby. I know her very well from Instagram. I love her posts, and I was making videos, and I'm talking about the product. She wants me to send samples, but she says that she's good to go. But she says that other people that she knows may benefit from these samples. Now, what samples do I send? I don't want to send.
Well, wait a minute. Wait, they don't have the sample packs available to them in Canada, right, you guys?
I have no idea.
I don't think they have the sample packs available in Canada for whatever reason. So you wouldn't be sending her a sample pack. You would be send something that she can duplicate. So you would just want to send her in an envelope, you know, a regular envelope, either a, you know, a few samples along with a brochure. And you, if you don't have a brochure, you can always print one off.
No, I've got them. I've got
good.
brochures.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure they don't have sample packs available in Canada yet.
No. I get that. I understand that. But if I'm going to send her something to get her excited so that when the time comes that she can maybe explode this, I want to know what to send, because if she doesn't know, if she's not.
Well, the same thing. The same thing that's in the sample pack, the SLD, the RLX, and ice. Yeah.
Okay.
You also might want to ask her too.
Yeah, have her fill out, thank you, Randy. Have her fill out the health survey and ask her what her 2 major health concerns are. And that will help you decide as well.
That's what I do. And then I send her those other things.
Right, I did that, and she said that as far as health is concerned, she seemed to be the epitome of health from what she told me. And I said, I'm glad to hear that you're healthy, but do you think this could benefit other people? And she said, absolutely. Send me whatever it is that you want to send me. And right then she sent me her address.
Okay, well, what I would do is send her those 3 products. You could probably
Send her
send her
6 of each. Just cut a sleeve.
do what again?
Just cut a sleeve. Send her 6 of each.
Well, I don't know that I'd even send 6. I'd send like 3.
Well,
Because some people don't have that many to hand out. And I think that Anthony might be one of those.
I am that guy.
You are that guy, yeah. So, you know, even 2 or 3 of each. And the other thing that I've done is I have, and they're in your, in fact, Beth did this last week. I don't know if this is probably hard to see. Yeah, it's hard to see, sorry.
Hey, you're invisible.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, so these are the, there's 4 of them on a sheet, but they're in the guides, and it is under cards, under, you know, things to send out. And you just print those off and send the one that coincides with the product that you're sending her. But I will tell you this, it's gonna be a little spendy to send stuff to Canada. Within Canada, not so bad. But from, maybe not so much from Las Vegas.
Maybe not, but I'm excited. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know anybody in Canada except for Ruby, so there you go.
So good on you there. Anybody else have anything to add to this tonight? And what do you guys think? Do you want to open this up to me putting it? What?
I said no.
I heard a no. I heard a no.
I would agree with Clee.
Okay, and why is that, you guys?
I think, Anthony, you should just send her your link and have her sign on as a customer and she can get her own.
There you go.
Yes, Daniel, yes, she can do that. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ship her products, but right before I ship them, I'm gonna say, hey, can I get your name and your maybe your email? And then I'm gonna tell her, I'm gonna send you a link that's gonna show you what I'm sending you. And I know she's gonna be excited. I
think
can't wait.
you're over-engineering it in this case, Anthony. Just send her the link, tell her to become a customer. If she doesn't like it, then she can be reimbursed. Just do it that way. It's gonna cost you way too much money to send that stuff over there.
I agree. To Canada, that I have always kind of laid back from sending stuff to Canada because
Okay,
they're
Professor.
they're not even really licensed yet. And that's why it's still running slow with Canada. But
I get it. I get it.
I
I get
agree
it.
with Daniel. Do it the easiest way possible. And you know, if she's interested in doing it, that shows you right there that she's going to take that extra step to do it. Some people just don't, they just want free product and then you're out free product. So Clee and Randy, so do you want to talk to me about or privately, or why don't you want to open it to, you like it being just our group? I want to be able to help more people. And
Yeah,
it's
but
just training.
yeah, but then it's gonna take longer and you know, it's kind of late at night for some of us.
Well, I don't know that it would take longer because these, I try to keep them under 45 minutes. So if it, and sometimes they've lasted an hour because they're good. So if that's the only reason, I don't think they'd be longer. In fact, I know that I would never really, you guys, the only time we ever went over, I think it went a couple of minutes over, but I have the clock right here and I'm looking at it and I would not want to do that to you guys.
I would suggest just have people who want to join in, just ask. We'll let them in if they ask.
There you go.
Yeah, because
There you go.
I know a few people that have asked, and honestly, I'm just like, Tuesday's the only one I've agreed on. She's harmless, right? No, I'm just.
I mean, if you're gonna do more than one, you should keep one for us. And then if you're gonna do one to help other people, that's great too. But I like what Clee and I like what Daniel is saying. Let us be a group. Let us be united as one. And then if you do a separate group, that is fantastic.
Well, I can tell you now, I'm not going to do a separate group because I dedicate Monday night to this, and all the other nights I'm actually dedicated to, you know, building my business or being on a training or being on Tina and Kelly's. And I get up and I start about 7 o'clock in the morning and going till 7 or 8 o'clock at night. By 5 o'clock, I'm wasted. I don't know about you guys, but I do this 8 or 9 hours a day. That's not meaning you guys have to do this, but Tina and Kelly don't even do this 8 or 9 hours a day. They don't have to anymore, but I'm going to tell you at the very beginning, that's what they were doing. And that's where I am right now, because I want to see this team build, and I want to see people down Daniel's leg. I want to see people down Clee's. If I have to create it, I'm going to create it. I ain't waiting on anybody. But I don't have time to do it another night. And you can't do something on a Saturday night. Nobody's home.
Nobody's gonna come, yeah.
And up here in Alaska, summertime, it's really rare that you would even find anybody home on any night because of fishing here pretty soon, unless they're working. So Monday night's like the night to do it. No
Remember
more.
that old song? It's Saturday night and I ain't got no money. That's gonna change.
Let's hope so. Yeah. So I have heard some pretty good stories. I know that there's a couple that just jumped in under CLE, and they're talking with somebody, a big, in fact, a couple of big somebodies that were previously in Amway. So CLE, start building that inside leg.
I'm trying.
You could totally hit corporate director with what's about ready to happen. Yeah, so we're all shooting for it. I know we've got 3 months, what, June, July, August, to qualify at least 2 months in a row, you guys, for corporate director if you want to be at that dinner with Sergi when he's here in September. So, and it's a pretty big deal. By the way, did you guys all see the video today?
No,
The overview?
no.
Do you want to see it? Anybody want to see it?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I think I got that.
I'm
right.
game. Let's go.
Okay, I think I've got that right here somewheres. Actually, I believe there it is right here. Look, let me. Sorry, I will start this all over. There we go. There we go.
Ah, Carmen!
I don't know about you guys, but that just gave me goosebumps. So I took that video and downloaded it and put my own ending on the end of that. It's got sherrydenny.com, get started today, sherrydenny.com. I think Curry at the end of that one says, let's rise together, and it has his website on it. And if you guys want that and you want to use it, I can, if you have a website, not just your link, but you have a website that you can direct it to, just send it to me and I'll put it together for you and I'll make you one.
Website.
Do you have one, Tuesday?
Oh, what do you mean? I mean,
Do you have a website that you direct your website to? Like mine is sherrydenny.com. If you open that up, it's got a mini web page to everything.
no,
APLGO.
I didn't know you had one.
Website, you can just use YouTube.
Well, yeah, except this one doesn't redirect people to YouTube.
Okay. I'll have to look for that.
Yeah, so if anybody, I know Daniel makes them too, but in my spare time. But I just got to thinking, I put that out there on our Team Visionaries Messenger, and it dawned on me, I've got my website on the end of it, so you guys probably don't want to use that one. But it's to see the video, yes, you can go to YouTube. Duh.
They have what they call end cards on YouTube. You can add, and that'll give you a link.
Yeah.
I am so glad that you mentioned that, Sherry, because I've been so excited about getting people invited. I have a page. It's in WordPress, and I've had it for years. And I just went back in there like 3 weeks ago, and I started updating and deleting some things. I'm going to go back in there, and I'm going to literally because I've had, from a previous business, I had over 10,000 people go there and look, so. I need to
Wow.
re-update
Sound-
it. I-
We need to have you get back to those 10,000 people
Yeah.
No,
like
no,
yesterday.
no,
Anyway.
that's not enough. I want 100,000.
Oh, yeah.
So you guys, I want to thank every single one of you for coming on here tonight. It is so awesome. You guys take
It is.
time out of your night. And I know it wasn't a whole lot of learning tonight. I'm excited. I wish my body was down there in Phoenix with everybody. I'm really missing that. But
Yeah.
I get to be here with you guys.
Yay.
So look forward to September. I hope it's going to be late September. And, you know, if you prepare for that now, I think what's going to happen is do more of what you're doing now, or do more faster of what you're doing now, or you can be comfortable with what you're doing now and maybe don't have the extra funds to go there. I would feel bad for everybody on that. So I myself, I'm guilty of that. I need to do more because I am definitely not where I want to be right now either. So it's going to take me stepping it up, and you guys are doing stuff all the time. Well, maybe not talking to, but connecting with 30 people a day isn't enough for me to get where I want to go. So we can reverse engineer this and find out where you guys want to be. Although I think you guys already have the numbers for that. What do you have to do daily to make $2,000 extra a month? What do you have to do daily, break it down, for you to make $5,000 a month? So that's what I know how to do, the numbers. So anyway, you guys, and by the way, I don't know if you guys were aware of this. Oh, excuse me, that came out of nowhere. The chart that we have that shows the numbers for how much money you can make, the dollars that you can make, that is all based on 600 liter packs, everybody coming in on a 600 liter pack, but it's also based on them having 100 PV order. I don't know if you knew that. See, most of our PV, most people that come in, they're 40 PV, but when you get to that leader level and you're going VIP and then diamond, it's between 60 and 140. So they averaged it out at 100. That's why those numbers look the way they do, and they are accurate. So just wanted to throw that in there because I was doing the numbers on Friday. So anyway, you guys.
Don't forget, if you're up there, you already got the cash coming in to cover that anyway.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. You know, it was funny. I don't know what I was thinking, but I made my order and I just did the 10, my auto ship. This was so stupid, you guys, went right over my head. I only did the 10 pack of, because that's all I needed. I've got so many still. And for next month, it still says no for me. I'm not qualified next month. And I go, wait a minute, I placed my order and it's supposed to be 140. So yeah, I got to spend another, anyway, $10 on shipping. I could have done that all at once.
I know, yeah.
Double.
Yeah, you guys are amazing. And I'm going to